How's everybody doing tonight? Are we ready to pull some fire, I hope, out of Gypsy Queen? It was fun opening it last night. It was less fun sorting it until 1:30 in the morning. There's a lot of base cards, so yeah, it takes a while to get all this stuff sorted out. Okay, so tonight we have the second half of the case, so that's 5 boxes. We did the first half of the case last night. And we have a whole other case yet to bust into. I got the first half of it listed tonight, and then the second half of it I'll probably get listed tomorrow night. So, hi, Mike. Yes, I did see that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, yeah, it's last night. I don't know what the deal was last night. There was just like so much stuff that was crazy. And then tonight, everything went much more smoothly. So that was a good thing. All right, so guys, let's pull up our spreadsheet and see who's got what teams tonight. Okay, so if you haven't done a break with me before, I put this spreadsheet up before we start each break, and that's, of course, to help you figure out who's got what tonight, but also later, if you have to go back for any reason or somebody's just watching it randomly, we can figure out who's got what. So tonight, it's five boxes of the 2017 Topps Gypsy Queen Baseball, and that is half case, and it is the break number 2. We did the first half last night. And there's our eBay end date and our live stream schedule. That is here and now. And, oh, don't worry about last night, Mike. That was totally fine, man. That's no problem. And, you know, this person who hasn't paid tonight is somebody who has bid with me before. So you know, it's the same person with both unsold teams. So I'm hoping that they're going to pay for it. I'm not going to try to sell them in chat tonight, you know, against, you know. I don't know. I started to say against my better judgment, but I don't know if it's against my better judgment or not. I've just had a lot of trouble this month with people not getting stuff paid. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. So guys, here is the list. There are the teams down the left and our team rights owners down the right for our break tonight. And without further ado, let's get rocking and rolling on this stuff. So, guys, also, those of you who bid before know this, but anybody who might be new might not know this. On Saturday, this coming Saturday, April the 1st, at 12 noon, I'm doing a I'm calling it basically a customer appreciation break. But it's where I've bought some products for football and basketball and baseball. And I'm going to open them up on a live stream at noon Eastern. And any of the hits that we pull out of it, well, I shouldn't say any, we're definitely going to have hits. So all of the hits that we pull out of it, I'm going to just send out to you guys free of charge, people who have bid with me in the month of March. And how that's going to work is I'm going to go back through like that spreadsheet that you saw just a second ago. I'm going to take all those spreadsheets for the month by sport, and then I'm just going to cut and paste the user IDs. So obviously people who didn't get their, you know, teams paid for by the time that spreadsheet was done, they're not going to be in it. But the people who did and their names are on there are going to be in it. And then random.org will decide for us who's going to get our hits. So that'll be a fun little thing on Saturday, and that's all free for you guys. Just a way to say thanks for bidding with me in the month of March. So our box topper here is Carlos Correa for the Astros. So Astros, you have a hit right off the bat with our chrome box topper. And basically what I'm going to do with these, just so you guys know, I'm going to keep them in their little sleeves like this that they came in. And then I'm going to put it in between a couple of heavy pieces of cardboard, and then it will go inside a bubble mailer. So when you get your packages that have Gypsy Queen in it, you know, your cards are going to be in the team bags and top loaders and stuff like normal. But make sure that you look in there for the big pieces of cardboard, because your box loaders will be in between those pieces of cardboard. All right, so kind of like we did last night, the base, we're just going to bust right on through it. If I see any short prints or Parallels, we'll stop and take a better look at those, but otherwise the base we're just kind of rolling because there is a tremendous amount of it. And yeah, I finished sorting about 1:30 in the morning last night. So it was, and we started the break earlier. We started the break at 9:45. So it takes a while to sort all this stuff. But that's all right. It's worth it. I like Gypsy Queen. It's a fun series. And I'm hoping to get all this stuff shipped either tomorrow or Saturday, or it may end up being half and half tomorrow and half Saturday. There's a hand-drawn art insert for the cubbies. And there are tons and tons of inserts and parallels in here. I guess we pulled 1 to 10 last night, and then we pulled several to 250. And then we pulled a couple of short prints that were not numbered, and the usual stuff that you find. And this feels like a kind of a thick pack. Maybe we're going to have a hit in the back. I don't know. It's our fortune teller insert. This one for the Brewers. And I set those aside, and I guess we didn't have a hit in there. I guess it just felt weird because we had the little fortune teller card in there. So, you know, I set that stuff aside, but last night we only recapped the stuff that was, you know, numbered lower than 250. We didn't even recap the stuff that was numbered to 250 because there was a lot of it. And then, of course, the hits, obviously. And the mini fortune tellers, I did recap those last night. Kershaw for the Dodgers. And that's mainly because I like those little fortune teller cards. That's probably the main reason I recapped them, because I set them in their own little pile because I like them. They make me smile. I've always been a fan of the mini cards. There's an insert. That one is not, or a parallel. That one not numbered. So, baseball fans, you guys are, obviously. I was in the hobby shop this week a couple times, and he was talking to me about some back stock, old stock that he has. And it is a bunch of, there's a Bryce Harper parallel. And it was a bunch of different years of Bowman Chrome and Topps Chrome. So there was some from 2013, some from 2015, some from 2016. I don't remember if he said there was 12 and 14 or not. I remember for sure there was 13, 15, and 16. So my question to you is, you guys have any interest in doing a chrome mixer? Aaron Judge, Yankees, for the fortune teller, of, you know, Topps and Bowman Chrome in various years. If you do, I'll try to make a deal with him and buy some of it, and we'll do a break that is just a mix of years in the chrome. And if you guys don't have any interest in it, then I won't worry about it. So, anybody who's logged on, if you want to pipe up into chat and say yay or nay or whatever. If nobody says anything, then I'll just have to guess on my own if whether or not you might like it. I mean, I always like chrome, but... And I personally like mixers too, because there's different rookies in different years that you're looking for. But one thing I have learned in breaking cards, stuff I like is not always the stuff that everybody else likes, and vice versa. Sometimes everybody else likes stuff that I don't like. So that's why I usually ask and see if you guys want to give me any feedback. But everybody's super quiet tonight. Mike's the only one talking to me. There's a Steven Matz to 250. And even Mike is not saying whether or not he likes the chrome mixer. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe nobody likes it. There's a Reyes rookie. We haven't seen as many parallels tonight as well. I guess maybe just because we're on the first box. I'm just thinking it seemed like every pack there was one in it last night, but I guess really there wasn't. They just kind of add up over the course of the case. Oh, here's our hit. One of our hits. For the A's, Ryan Healy rookie for the A's. And all of these are on-card autos, so that's something I've always liked about this series, is you don't have to worry about any of those weird little sticker autos. Get nice on-card autos. So Oakland A's, good hit for you. Now let's see what else we can find. Another little fortune teller for the Astros. I hope we pull, I mean, I really want to pull something massive out of here tonight. I want to pull a big, big hit. I haven't pulled a really big hit in, well, I haven't broken a lot this week either. I guess that's part of it. There is a short print, Robbie Ray for the Diamondbacks. I'm just going to set all those in their own pile. Yeah, March Madness always gets me a little bit off track, right? Like, I don't break as much because I end up watching games and then I don't get listings done. Or sometimes I don't schedule breaks because I know I want to watch a game. So March Madness kind of always does a number on me when it comes to eBay listings. I don't ever stay on track the way that I should. That's just parallel. Fred, I think it's some of both. I think he had some regular chrome and some draft chrome, and I don't remember which one went with which year. But I'm pretty sure there was some of both, some draft and some regular. And really, I should have written it down. I'll just say that up front. I should have written it down, and I didn't, because I thought I would remember. And of course, here we are, and I don't remember. So I have to run back over there tomorrow anyway, actually, for something else. So I can look again tomorrow. But I just kind of wanted to get a general feel as to, you know, even if mixers are appealing or not. I haven't done, as you know, a lot of baseball. I've got a ton of baseball coming. We'll be doing a lot of baseball. There's an Aaron Judge rookie. But up to this point, you know, I've done mostly football and basketball. So one thing I have learned, different sports, people prefer sometimes different product mixes or different ways that you list things. So just try and get a little feedback. This will be a short print to 20 or thereabouts, so to 50, sorry, to 50 for the A's. Look at the A's just loading up on short prints and hits. And so, Fred, does that interest you or not really, or only if it's one or the other? I mean, what's your thought process there, man? You're leaving me hanging. Just totally leaving me out in the dust. Oh, look at that. My computer took a little nap over there. It goes to, you know, into power saver mode or sleep mode or whatever very quickly. There's a hit for the Dodgers, another rookie, Jose De Leon. And that one is numbered to 150. So there you go, Dodgers. That's a good hit. Always good to find rookie signatures and rookie numbered signatures. Even better. I'm going to start stacking a little bit of this base towards the back because that's last night it just started running over the table at a point in time because there's a lot of it. Yeah, so you only like the draft version then. You don't like the regular Chrome. You just like the Chrome draft in the older years. Is that what I'm understanding you to say there? Let's get in here and see who our box topper is. If anybody's just jumping in, I said earlier, just make sure when you get your packages, if you're expecting one of these box toppers, it'll be in there in between two pieces of cardboard. And it'll obviously be, you know, not in the team bag and stuff with your other cards. I just don't want anybody to throw it out. Hey, there's Bryce Harper. So, Nationals, you got a nice little Bryce Harper chrome box topper. Cool. Yeah, okay, so you're not interested in the regular chrome. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn about what I want to do with it. On the one hand, it is very interesting to me because there's always some, when you go back in hindsight on prior years, there's always stuff in there that then of course what you're looking for when you're doing it the year it comes out. It's like, you're kind of guessing what might have some value down the road. But once you got a few years in the rear view mirror, man, then you just know what you're looking for. And so to me, that can be pretty interesting. It kind of ups the ante a little. But again, like I said, I know not everybody likes the DeGrom things the same way that I do. I don't know what they call that particular parallel. That's kind of like, it's not kind of like, it is washed out, faded look. And I'm sure Topps has given it some sort of a name because they always name their, well, I shouldn't say they always, but usually parallels are named in card series, but I don't know what that one's called. For the Giants, a little fortune teller. Well, I don't know. I'll take a look and see what else he's got in there when I go back tomorrow and see what I can find for the Astros. See what other interesting things he might have lurking around the shop. Because he's got, just a ton of stuff in there. And some of it, I think he's had, well, like since it came out, right? So, that stuff from 2012 and 2013, like, he's had it since 2012 or 2013, he said. Not like he went out and bought it recently to restock it or whatever, just like he bought a ton of it when it came out and then still has some of it. So he's got a ton of stuff in there. I just have to sit down and David Ortiz and figure out to 250 and figure out what, what all's in there. And what might be, I should set that one over here, and what might be interesting for us to break into. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I do remember that they're usually on Cardboard Connection. And part of my issue is, much like I can't remember the boxes that I saw today in his store, I'll read it and I think I'm going to remember it, and then no, I never do. Including all the different things that Panini calls all their prism patterns. Like, I can remember one or two of them. Pulsar and Mosaic. There's a couple I can remember. And then there are a ton of others that I look at them and I know that I should know the name, and I do know the name, but I can never pull it out of my head. Don't know what my deal is. 250 for the Phillies. What I need to do, I guess, is start writing it down and putting a little cheat sheet over here, taping it to the computer so that I will retain it when I am opening the various sets, because I can remember it for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes later I'm back to, what was that called again? And part of that's just a function of opening so many different products from different companies and different sports, and some of it is just a function of having too much stuff to retain, so then I end up retaining none of it, which is not necessarily a good thing either, but there you go. That's the good and the bad and the ugly of it. We're having a big storm outside right now. So hey, that'll make somebody happy. Aaron Judge, rookie auto for the Yankees. Nice. Nice. So if anything, if my internet connection drops, I don't think that it will, but that did happen once in a live stream. So if my internet connection drops or some other weirdness happens, power gets zapped by the storm or something, just know that I will be back as soon as I can get back, if anything ever does happen like that. And also, I do always have a local a local backup copy that records simultaneous to the live stream. So even if the live stream were to go down at some point, and for whatever reason I didn't realize it, it would still all be there. And of course I would post it as soon as, as soon as I realize. But just FYI, because it is storming. Adam Conley for the Marlins, and that one's numbered to 99. So we got 2 numbered auto hits tonight, which is good. I don't think any of our auto hits last night were numbered that I remember. Maybe, well, no, I don't think any of them were. I'd say maybe one was, but I don't think it was. So we've got some, we've definitely got some potential in this box so far. I like where we're headed with it. I should have gotten some tribute, I guess. I don't really know why I didn't. I cannot say this. Why can't I ever remember how to say this guy's name? Because I can't remember the rest of the stuff. Well, anyway, Andrew is a good rookie hit for the Red Sox to 250, whose last name I'm not remembering how to pronounce at the moment. Another hand-drawn art. Somebody last night, it might have been you, Mike, somebody last night was telling me that in a break they were watching, that they saw one of the hand-drawn art cards that was autographed. It was numbered 1 of 1, I think, they said, and autographed on the back by the artist, if I am remembering that right. That's pretty cool. I don't even think that was announced as being possible to hit in this particular series, but they did say that there would be some unannounced, I guess hits is the right word, some unannounced things, we'll say, in the set. So maybe that is one of them. Of course, we know the box toppers can be autographed. I would love to find one of those autographed for you guys. I've pulled some autographed ones out of basketball before, but Benintendi, thank you. Yeah, I will do my best to remember that. But I think I got a 50-50 shot of remembering that. I guess, have we already pulled both of our autographs out of this one? I guess we have, yeah. So I was trying to think if we had another hit coming in this box, but I don't think we do. I think we've already pulled them both. For the signatures, anyway. We could still find some short prints or other interesting things in here. And there's my computer in power save again. I don't know why it's being so difficult with me tonight. And if anybody jumped in late, just a reminder, this Saturday, the 1st at 1 o'clock, at noon, is the, noon Eastern, to be specific, is the customer appreciation break. Everybody who's bid with me in the month of March and paid for their team prior to the start of the live break will automatically be entered. Everybody will be put into random.org, and random will decide who our winners are. And I'll be opening some stuff for all 3 sports, basketball, baseball, and football. And that's all just stuff that there's another short print for Piscotti, Cardinals. So that's all stuff that I paid for, and you guys are going to benefit from, because I'm going to send all the hits out to whoever random.org tells us is the winner. And I think for the month of April, rather than doing a month-end thing, because sometimes that can be a little tough to keep track of. Well, it's not tough. I've got all the spreadsheets. It's just there's a lot of people in it, right? So, I mean, I think for April, I'm just going to do it on a nightly basis. And then there'll be smaller groups of people, which in theory will probably increase your odds of winning. Anthony Rizzo for the Cubbies. And of course, I won't be doing entire hobby boxes, you know, every night or anything like that. But we will, you know, there'll be a chance to win hits, autographs, memorabilia, unopened hobby packs or unopened value packs, rack pack, super value pack, whatever you want to call them. Everybody calls them something different. And, you know, maybe some chances to win some other stuff too. Just depends on what all I can come up with. I was telling the guy today that owns the hobby store, I was kind of having him keep an eye out for some things for me that we can use in the month of April as giveaways. So we'll probably just do one at the end of every night. We'll do something. So, and then I don't know what we'll do after that. Do something different every month, probably. Just to keep it interesting. Keep everybody on their toes. It's another parallel. Oh no, it's crazy hot outside right now for this time of year. And therefore it is really hot in my house. It is 250 for the Reds. I should have probably turned the AC on before I start doing this, and I didn't do it because, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be that warm, and now I'm just like, oh, I'm burning up. But we're in it for the long haul now, so there'll be no AC until after the break is finished now. Is that oversharing more than you guys want to know? Probably so. Another short print for the Cubbies. I see my little cat has come to visit. I have a brother and sister, and they usually like to cause some sort of commotion. There's another Aaron Judge. This is Aaron Judge Knight. Another rookie parallel. They usually like to make their presence known some way or another when I'm doing a break. They either start chasing each other, or they start clawing things up, or, you know, generally meowing, causing mayhem. One of them actually decided to jump up here briefly the other night. That was a first. They don't normally jump at all, but somebody decided it'd be fun to jump and be an internet star. So the little girl has wandered over here, but so far she's being quiet. She's not trying to make her presence felt at the moment. But definitely, it's like they know, right? I mean, they can be sleeping. They can be totally other part of the house. Doesn't matter. As soon as I start live streaming, they appear. It's 250 to 250 for the A's. I'm telling you, they've got like a little radar. They've got some kind of they've got an itch to be famous. My little kitties do. Or something. I don't know. Maybe they're just coming up here thinking I'm crazy. They're like, why is she talking to herself? There's no one else here. We need to go see if she's all right. Could be that. That is a distinct possibility. But either way, they seem to be attracted to the area in which I do breaks. Anytime I'm breaking and anytime I'm not breaking, they're nowhere near here. So it's just kind of funny to me. I was going to list our other case as a full case. We kind of talked about that last night, and that was my initial intention until I realized how many cards there really are, which I realized while I was sorting last night. And I just thought, oh my goodness, I cannot do all that many at one time in the break or the sort or the shipping or any of that. So I broke it up into half cases again. This one's also to 250. Basically, this color is always going to be to 250. Guess you probably figured that out by now, but yeah, sometimes when I'm in the midst of doing these that have a lot of base, I wonder why I do them. There's a Braden Shipley for the Diamondbacks, rookie. It's like the pain of childbirth, right? Like you have to forget how awful it is before you're ready to do it again. Sometimes breaking these sets with lots of base, that's how it is. That's how it feels to me. It feels like, oh my gosh, this is so painful, and I have to wait. I have to forget how painful it is to do so much base before I do it again. But if I like the set, if I like the product, I do it anyway. I mean, I always do. Sometimes the good stuff doesn't come in just break-friendly size boxes or packs or whatever. It's just not how it works. And plus, you know, when you're the one buying into the break, it's nice to have sometimes a lot of something. If you're trying to build a base set, especially, it's nice to have a giant box of cards show up as opposed to just one or two. And sometimes it's nice just to know you're going to get something, you know, because occasionally I go on those streaks where, you know, I lose. Well, I win my bids, right? Like I win and I get into the breaks, other people's breaks, of course, not my own. And then I don't pull anything for days on end. And then as you know, you go look for breaks, like, okay, I need to find a break that at least has some base cards so I get some package in the mail. A hit for the Rockies. Rookie. Another hand-drawn art. Let's stack a few of these back towards the back. Do you guys ever, you know, well, you may not know, but I'm going to assume that you probably do. On the backs of the packs of Topps and Panini, and most of them, they do have a little thing, you know, that talks about, oh, there's no purchase necessary, and you can send in a self-addressed stamped envelope and blah, 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 and you have an equal chance to pull a card at the same odds they list on the pack, or something like that is how it reads. Mike Trout. And I'm just wondering, does anybody ever send those in? Do you know anybody that's ever sent one in? Do you know anybody that's ever gotten a card or won a card from that? Because, you know, I'm just wondering if those ever even get, if anybody sends them in. I mean, I guess somebody probably does, but I don't know. Never hear anybody talking about it. I don't even really know what made me just think of that, other than the fact that I've got tons of pack wrappers laying over here next to me that we are ripping into. Let's see who's in our box topper here. Well, I don't think I did a very good job cutting that open. There we go. Jake Arrieta for the Cubbies. You guys will like these when you get them. They're pretty cool, the chrome box toppers. The thing is, I don't really know where you display them. Like, you know, I mean, because they're not really the right size to go in any sort of a picture frame or anything, and they don't really make top loaders that fit them, although somebody probably should, because there's enough box loaders in various products that somebody probably should make a top loader that fits them. But so then when you get it, what do you know, where do you display it? What do you do with it? That's really the question. I like them, and I would like to have them, you know, for my team, but then I don't know where I would put it. I don't know what I would do with it. So I guess you could put it in a frame. So the five, it does fit in a 5x7. It doesn't seem like, I guess would you have to mat it or something? Because it doesn't seem like it would really fit properly into a straight 5x7, but maybe if you mat, I guess if you mat it or something, maybe. That's a good idea. I mean, maybe it is a straight 5x7, but it doesn't really ever seem like it to me, but it could be. I've never tried to put it in a frame because I don't have any myself. I mean, I always send them out to you guys. I don't have any that I've kept. And all I'm worrying about is just getting them to you without being bent up or anything, which is why I put them in between those pieces of cardboard when they ship out. Seen a 5x7 top loader. There is one? I guess, all right, then I need to have the guy at the hobby store order some of those in, because I have never seen a 5x7 top loader. And I wondered why they wouldn't make them for box toppers, because certainly this isn't the first time a box topper's ever been in a series. They've been around for ages. So I guess that's the answer. They do make them. My guy just doesn't have them. Here's number 210 for the Dodgers, 4 of 10. Nice hit for the Dodgers. Dodgers have had a couple tonight. Yanks have had one. Rockies had one. I think who else had one. Had some. We're trying to share the love a little bit. I like to have some extra teams. Everybody go home happy. Cubbies have had at least a couple of the box toppers that I know of in this break. Huh, okay. Well, I will ask him then about looking for some of those for me, the 5x7s, to see if, you know, he can get some in or something, because that would make it a lot easier for shipping to you guys and everything else if I had some top loaders that fit it properly. So good call, man. Thank you. I will ask about that tomorrow when I go over there. He's part of the Panini NBA Player of the Day promotion, and I have a couple of spots on the board trying to win the, you know, they usually send a card that's a player, you know, that came from your area. So the card that he got was Willie Cauley-Stein. So I'm trying to win that. And tomorrow is the drawing for the Willie Cauley-Stein. And then I guess whoever, I don't know if I guess it's whoever wins tomorrow or whatever, also gets sent up for the national drawing where you can get a chance to spend a day with an NBA player. Tampa Bay Rays have a hit with Blake Snell. Tampa Bay Rays, that's definitely worth the bid price, because I think the Rays sold for not, there were several teams that didn't sell for a ton of money, so like any hit for a couple of the teams is worth it. A few other teams, we need to pull you something big out of here. So yeah, so I'm hoping to win the Willie Cauley-Stein tomorrow, because, you know, he played at UK and I went to school there. I'm a big UK fan, so I would like to win the Willie Cauley-Stein. Although, honestly, I probably could have just, by now, just gone and bought the card for what I spent trying to get qualified with the Player of the Day promo. But that's where they get you, right? They don't use the regular card. They use a special Player of the Day card that you only get in this promotion. And then, you know, and they have it encased by Beckett, right? So, I mean, it's signed and encased, but then it's not graded. So why would you send it to Beckett and have it encased and then not have it graded? That just seems super weird to me. But yet, that is how they did it. So I have to go back to the card store tomorrow anyway. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. I want to go for the drawing and see if maybe I get lucky and win the Willie Cauley-Stein card. That would make me happy. Add it to my collection. And I think last year the player that was, you know, the grand prize or whatever for the player of the day thing was Karl Anthony Towns. So the person who won the national promo got to spend the day with the big cat. Cincinnati Reds. Rookie, Jose Peraza. And that one is also numbered. That one to 150. Nice hit, Reds. So I don't know who I asked the guy who owns the shop who this year's player of the day is, and he said he didn't know. He said he thought maybe they were going to let the winner choose what player they spent the day with, which I don't know if that's the case or not. He wasn't 100% sure, but he said he thought maybe that was the case. And if that is how it worked out, and I won that, I don't even know who I would choose, right? Because, like, I would kind of want Karl Anthony Towns, but I would also kind of want Anthony Davis. And then you think, well, if you went with Anthony Davis, might be able to see Boogie at the same time. Maybe. They're on the same team. Twins. Or you could go to Phoenix. You know, got a bunch there. Eric Bledsoe and Devin Booker and Tyler Eulis and all kinds of stuff. Although I don't know if you go to the player or the player comes to you. So I don't know that anyway. But I don't know. Seems like a fun promotion. So we'll see how it shakes out. And again, most of this stuff I'm going to try to get out either tomorrow or Saturday. There's a lot of it between last night's and tonight's. So may not all get out tomorrow. Maybe some of it tomorrow and some of it on Saturday. But I do have a post office branch that stays open until 7. So I generally drive them to that one. So that does give me a little bit of extra time. Another one numbered 250. This one for the Pirates. We're getting there, guys. We're almost done with this box. Then we've got one box left. And then, of course, our recap. We'll do our recap at the end, too. So I know not everybody sticks around for those, but I still like to do them because sometimes, you know, if you hit something, you want to get a second look at it or a better look at it. And sometimes, like what I do, if I've in a break and I wasn't able to watch it live, when I go back and look at the recorded version, there's another short print, Nelson Cruz for the Mariners. When I go back and look at the recorded version, if I know they do recaps at the end, then I can just kind of, you know, fast forward to the end and see the recap. You know, I mean, hey, if you're not watching it live, then may as well just go straight to the hits. That's the way I look at it. I prefer, of course, to watch them live, but these days I don't get to do that very often. So I haven't bought into a lot of breaks lately either. I've been super busy. I need to get myself back up to speed. For the Giants, Madison Bumgarner. Box topper for the Giants. Whoops, I got packs jumping out of the box. They're jumping ship on me. And there's your empty box. I always just show the empty box just because I think, you know, I think I should. so that you can see I didn't leave anything in it. There's nothing hanging out, floating around, not missing out on anything. I think most, well, maybe not most everybody. There are some breakers that show it and some that don't. But everybody's kind of got their own way of doing things. Wilson Ramos for the Rays. It's always interesting to go back a year or two later and see how the rookies do that we think are going to do well, you know, because there's always at the start, there's a list, you know, there's always kind of a list in your head of who you think is going to do well, and that's who you go after. And then sometimes it turns out to be somebody completely different that ends up doing well. Like that kid at the Nuggets, I can't even think of the kid's name. But he's been starting for him since like December. He was from 2015 draft class. And I think he was a second rounder. I don't remember him being a first rounder anyway. And so he's, you know, been hanging around there at the Nuggets and all that time, all last season, and up until December of this season, and not starting and, you know, getting a few minutes here and there. Then all of a sudden the kid is a starter and setting the world on fire, right? So it's like now you want to go back into the 2015 sets and try to find that kid. And I never would have said in 2015 I would have never been looking for him, like at all. And that happens, of course, with every sport. Football, basketball, baseball. Some you don't have to guess about, like our cowboy kids in football. There was no question those guys were setting the world on fire. But often it seems in baseball it kind of takes longer to sort out who's going to have some longevity and be super successful with our rookie classes. It just doesn't, I mean, you do get a good feel, but it doesn't seem to be as, sometimes I feel like it's almost instantaneous in basketball and football, and baseball seems to be, takes its time a little more. For the Cubbies, Dexter Fowler. So the Cubs have at least hit a few things in here. But I think Mike, I think it was you, if you're still on, that was telling me last night, here's another Cubby, and this is the same player. So this is out of the same box and out of adjacent packs and the same player, but one obviously is a short print, the one on the left. So, and it is numbered to 25. So that is a nice hit, a nice double hit, or to 35, sorry, but a particularly nice hit on the short print for you, Cubbies. Yeah, so Mike, maybe it wasn't you, Mike, but somebody last night, you might remember reading it in chat anyway. Somebody in chat came up and said, oh, that they had heard that such and such and such and such team were taking all the hits in Gypsy Queen, but I gotta say, that has not been my experience, both last night and tonight. I mean, maybe tonight is a little more, there are probably fewer total teams with hits tonight than there were last night. There weren't as many duplicates, like, you know, the two that went back-to-back there for the Cubs. But overall, I've seen it spread around quite a bit. I haven't really noticed it leaning towards one team or the other in Gypsy Queen so far. What about the rest of you? Any of the rest of you noticed any particular patterns? I have not. And even the base cards, I'll have to say, when they were all stacked up side by side into teams last night, most of the teams had a pretty equal number of cards. I mean, there were maybe a couple teams that had 8 or 10 cards less than another team, but for the most part, the stacks were pretty similar in size, even in the base. There's a Hamels for the Rangers to 50. This is going to be to 250. Topps Heritage, I'm just going back to your comment earlier about your box toppers that you have the top loaders for that came out of Topps Heritage. I missed Topps Heritage this year. I don't know how exactly. I somehow missed the window to order it. I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention that day or something, or that whenever the pre-order came out, I missed it. And then I couldn't round any up afterwards except at a unreasonably inflated price. I do have some of the high series coming, but the original Heritage series I didn't get in to break anyway. But it's based on the 1968 set, as you know, and I love that particular series of cards. Like, I was so excited when they announced that it was going to be based on the 68 series of cards. It's just I don't know why that particular design has always kind of resonated with me. Probably because when I was younger, my cousins collected baseball cards, and they had a lot from that time frame. 29 of 50 for the Phillies. But Heritage is always such a fun set anyway. But Topps, you know, they make life a little more difficult than Panini does, because Panini just, you know, they print whatever they print, and you can get it until they run out, and sometimes they don't run out for what seems like 20 years. But Topps, they kind of print to order, so all the pre-orders are done way in advance, sometimes 5 or 6 months in advance, and then they just print that many, and that's it. There are no more. So when they're gone, they're gone. So if somebody doesn't pre-order enough or in time or whatever, you're just kind of out of luck. So it's probably part of the reason that Topps baseball is very collectible. And the other part of the reason is because they have the exclusive license. You know, Panini makes their deals with the Players Association and stuff because they don't have the MLB license, but whoops. There's Chris Bryant, fortune teller. All right, so we're winding down on this. Obviously we will recap our box toppers, and we'll recap our autographs and our short prints and our stuff that is numbered, our low numbered things. Do you guys also want to recap the fortune tellers or the unnumbered parallels, or do you not care about that? I'm fine either way. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm happy to do. Just let me know. There's another short print, speaking of. Just let me know what your preference is, because it's that time of night where we're getting ready to do recap. So Matt or Mike or anybody who's in chat, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to recap the parallels? Skip the non-numbered. All right. You got a deal, my friend. We will not worry about those. Well, I will show the short prints, even though they're not numbered, just because there's not very many of them. So we will go ahead and do the short prints, but then we won't do the other parallels that are unnumbered. And then these are our numbered. Let me just scoot these guys over a little bit. And these are our numbered parallels. And we'll just show you front and back of all those so that you can see the number and know what you're going to have coming in the mail. I think we pulled more white tonight to 50 than we did last night. So that's nice. I got to wake my screen up again there. Kind of dozed. My screen dozed off on me. You guys probably have too. You're like, oh, that much base? Yeah, we're all taking a nap. I hear you. I understand. It is challenging. And this one to 10. We did pull 1 to 10 last night as well. bunch to 250. There's another one at straight 50. Yeah, I think we definitely pulled more of the white that are straight 50 tonight than we did last night. I don't remember seeing this many that were white last night. Of course, then again, I might have slipped into a mini coma while I was sorting it and all that jazz. So that's what I do as soon as we finish the break. I just sit here at the table and I get everything in top loaders and sleeves and sorted and into team bags, and I do all that usually before I do anything else. And ours, oh, I forgot our box toppers. Let's do that before we do our signatures. Let's do our box toppers real fast. For the Giants, whoops, we need to be a little further back so you can see that a little better. Cubbies. Cubbies again. Nationals. And Astros. Now we'll do our signatures. Have our short print for the Cubs. And that one is numbered to 35. Then our regular Dexter Fowler for the Cubs, that is unnumbered. I love this guy's handwriting. It's so, his signature's just cool looking. Jose Peraza for the Reds to 150. Blake Snell for the Rays, unnumbered. Ramel Tapia for the Rockies, unnumbered. Brandon Shipley for Arizona Diamondbacks, unnumbered. Adam Conley for the Marlins, numbered to 99. Aaron Judge, nice hit for the Yankees, unnumbered. For the Dodgers, Jose De Leon, numbered to 150. So I had several numbered signatures tonight. That's nice. And then our Ryan Healy for the A's, unnumbered. And that, guys, is it. Of course, we have our other stack of parallels and our fortune tellers, but since there's a lot of those and they're not numbered, we won't recap those tonight since nobody wanted those recapped. So that's it for tonight, guys. I hope to see you again on another break. I appreciate you very much hanging out with me, spending your time and your money with me. Remember to come back Saturday at high noon, and hopefully we'll have some luck for you on the customer appreciation break too.